Hey everybody, this is Hocus and welcome back to another episode in the RambleCraft series. Today we are getting started with episode 17. Yes, that's right, almost at that 20 mark. We will be there soon. So in the last episode, you may remember that we built the treasure rewards room in the bunker club. We'll go revisit that in just a second to see if there's been any activity whilst we've been away. But first of all, I've got a couple things to cover. So the very first one is a simple one. Go to the description below right now and join my Discord server. I don't think I've really advertised the Discord server on the channel much, but there is one. I think we've just about surpassed 100 members over there, so the community is slowly growing. It's pretty cool stuff, you know. Come on over, have a chat, post your Minecraft builds, just you know, get involved with discussion outside of videos. Always a good time. And second of all, I wanted to discuss this. So this guy has been popping up in the comments section a lot recently, and yeah, this is quite funny. He's been leaving a lot of disrespectful comments. You could probably call them hate comments, I guess, and thank you to you guys. You've all been trying to defend me, respond to him, get those comments taken down, but honestly, you shouldn't worry too much, because as far as I am aware, YouTube works in a way that any interaction with a video will help it, will further it onto other people. So hate comments, dislikes, likes, all that good stuff, they all contribute towards a video doing well. So honestly, you can do what you want. You can do what you want. Actually, I implore you guys to go down to the comment section below and leave a hate comment of your own, because like I say, all they do is boost my videos, is help me out, and YouTube cannot determine the content of a comment to say whether or not it's positive or negative. So just anything, any comment is an interaction on the video. Even a dislike, like I say, helps me out as far as I'm aware. So yeah, go down below right now, leave your own hate comments, tell me how much you dislike me, how much you hate these videos, and how much you just, you know, it's kind of weird really, because he keeps complaining, but he keeps coming back. So I'm not really sure whether he understands really what he feels about me or whether there's something weird going on. But yeah, like I say, guys, don't be too concerned about it and just join me in laughing, because I can get over it. I think it's quite funny. And yeah, let's forget about that and move on to today's episode. Okay, just check the cow barn, nothing going on in there in terms of sales, so let's check the merchant caravan together, and fingers crossed we've made some money. Oh, someone's bought out the entire selection of logs, that is very good. Mending books, no sales. Unbreaking, no sales. Gravel's still there, name tags, nothing. Silk touch, finally? Nope. Alright, so we're left with 10 diamonds. We've got our 2 wither skeleton skulls from last episode, and that leads us into the next thing to think about, which of course is whether or not our members have been and accessed the treasure room. I've got to stop referring to this as a treasure room, because it seems, you know, when I use that term, it seems as though you can just come here for free stuff, but obviously you can't. It is a rewards room. Let's grab that back and enter. So looks like Endavar has been here and he has taken everything. Good. He hasn't yet left any blaze rods. I'm assuming he'll take part again in the next challenge. Binary, on the other hand, has not yet accessed his stuff. Now, I don't know if he's aware of this. Of course, we don't watch every single video that gets produced on the server. That would take far too much time. So he may not have seen it. Maybe I'll shoot him a little message just to let him know that he's got some free stuff, because he's still got his Bunker Club t-shirt here that he can pick up. And I'm sure he would be interested in grabbing his diamonds and Bunker Club coins also. But good to see that Endavar's been down here and grabbed his stuff. Hopefully he's enjoying his t-shirt and his goodies. So what I want to work on today is something I've been hinting at for a while. Now, every time we come over to our little island area that Chase and I have been living in, you know, I want to transfer between my island, the central island, Chase's island sometimes. There isn't much going on there at the moment, but, you know, I have been there in the past. And the only way to do that at the moment is to either swim, boat, or fly. Flying being the most convenient, of course, and the one that I choose most often. However, that results in a firework being used every time I want to transition between islands, which, you know, can get expensive because we don't have our own farm and they are a diamond per stack to buy, which, you know, is a pretty good deal, but I don't have unlimited amounts of diamonds right now, so we should probably think of a way to transition between islands that isn't so costly. And one that I've been talking about is minecart, and you know, something I don't usually do is use minecart tracks, so this could be a good opportunity to make some use out of them. Now, the thing we've got to consider first of all is where we're going to begin on this island and where we're going to begin on the island that we're transitioning to. Now, I think it's easy for our home island. We will make the transition right to this very area here where the path begins, and I can quickly fly across and show you guys exactly where that is. So the minecart will end somewhere around here. So this is where we'll be able to get off of it, get on it, and we'll be able to transition between our island and the central island over there. Now I'm going to be a little bit cheeky about something here. So I'm thinking we're going to need cactus for our minecart system, because I want to try something similar to what Endavar has done here with the destruction of the transport item. So the boat in this case, in our case, it'll be a minecart, and then automatically redispensing it using a dispenser. So we're going to take this and move it back over to our island. Here on the island, we are going to place a temporary piece of sand, the cactus, and I'm just going to wait for it to grow once. We'll take the extra piece, and I'm going to return this back to Endavar's ice road system. Why does it feel as though everything takes longer to grow when you need it to grow, right? I've got everything else prepared. We've got our minecarts, we've got our oh, that's a dropper. Whoops. I meant to get a dispenser, so maybe I'm not as prepared as I thought, but you know what I mean. It takes forever to grow when you need it to, but if you don't need it to, it just, you know, it'll do its thing. Come on, little cactus. Come on. Well, I guess one thing we can do whilst we're waiting is do a little bit of testing, because I need to do some. And by the way, Chase has done a really nice job of this pond. Oh, look, there's a fish. Oh, there are two fish. Nice. I think he was trying to terraform here. I don't know if he's gonna ever finish up this island. He said he was going to, but I haven't heard from Chase in a while on the server, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that is besides the point, because what I want to test is whether or not a dispenser will fire directly onto the track. So we've got our dispenser. It's got a cart inside of it. Oh, sweet, it does. Okay, so that's one thing. Let's also take a look at whether or not it will move a cart immediately if the rail is powered. So we'll have this in here. We'll do something like that. It will. Yes. Okay, this is good. So that is the mechanic we're going to use. We're going to have a button be pressed, and then the cart will fire. You're going to have to jump into it really quickly before it shoots off, but I will make sure there's enough time. So maybe we'll have something like this. We'll give it enough time to drift along at a slow enough speed for you to get in it, I think, and then we'll have it pop onto some powered tracks so that we can cover this distance in as quick a time as possible. Now we just need to wait for the cactus again so that I can test out some destruction mechanisms and see what that is all about. And once we've got that all figured out, we can start thinking about the design of this bridge and just putting everything in place. Okay, I have genuinely just waited about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes for this to grow, but it finally has. So let's grab the pooper scooper, take that guy out, and there is our piece of cactus. That means that we can go ahead and replace this guy. Thank you very much, Endavar. Once again, he's helped us out. Whether he knows it or not, he has. On to the next test. So the next test will be whether or not a cart can be stopped in the same way as a boat. So we'll take this guy out. We'll replace it with a piece of cactus. And then what we'll probably want is a hopper in here. Now that doesn't really need to face in any particular direction, but I'll face it towards this block because maybe in our design we'll have the dispenser here. And then of course inside the dispenser will be the cart. So we'll just load that guy up. And then we'll have rails. So we'll have rail, 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 rail. Doesn't really matter how we do that. And I've just realized we're actually going to need one of those carts to test. So what we'll do is we'll plonk it down, give it a push. In it goes, I guess. Yep. Okay. Let's give that another shot. I think it's going to work every time. All right. Yeah, looks pretty good. So we can use the cactus to break the cart. That will return it into the system. And then obviously we will have a button or something here to allow us to shoot another one out, and we can get in and off we go. Let's see about setting up the first station then. That is going to be on our island here. So I'm going to line it up with the door of our house. I think that's a good place to start. And then we will take the sand and maybe right here will be a good position for the cactus. I don't know if it's going to let us place it next to this fence. No, it's not. So, sorry fence, but you've got to go. That's fine though. Still looks good. And then right here, we will have our hopper. Here we'll have our dispenser. So we need this guy right there. There we go. Hopper facing into the dispenser. Probably break this. We'll probably replace that block eventually anyway. And then we will have a powered rail here or there? Potentially here, because I'm thinking now that instead of shooting off right away on the cart, we'll kind of just have it pop out, and then you can use the WASD keys to force yourself onto the powered rail, and then that will take you off so that you've got a little bit of control over it, and then it will slowly transition into a bridge of some sort, I guess. But you know what, guys? We have to actually wait for this to grow again, which is really, really annoying. But that shouldn't stop us actually from getting started over on the station that will exist on the central island over there. And then before we actually go over to make the next station, let's kind of try and start building this together so that you guys can get an idea of what's going on. So first of all, we'll replace this block here with some redstone, because that's generally what I do when I'm building rails, so that we can place powered rails on them and they are powered immediately. Then what we'll do is, for design purposes, we'll have trapdoors on the side of the block so that you can't see it too much from the outside, because redstone blocks a little bit ugly and aren't going to fit the theme here. And then what I want to do is kind of step into a slabbed type rail system. So we will go up by one block here. What's the easy way to do that? Possibly not like this, maybe like that, and remove these two guys. So we'll step up here. And I want this to be above water. So I want it to be above the water so that we can have stilts that go down into the water. And then what we'll have on the side of these slabs, I was wondering where on earth I placed that. There it is. So we'll have something like this. Maybe get rid of that guy. Now it's going to look kind of strange because you got these gaps in this area here, but we'll try to overlook that for now and just see how it turns out. And then again, we probably want to go up by a block. So we'll go up to here and remove. No, not quite like that. It's going to be difficult at the moment to get this going. Maybe we can use the grass here to do it. Nope, that just gets rid of the grass. Awesome. All right, this should do the trick. So I've used some dirt to get it going, and we'll have a block there, and we'll probably actually have a slab there, but we'll replace that for now. Give me that back though. I need those slabs. I didn't craft them for nothing. And then we can get rid of this dirt block. And again, we'll have a couple trapdoors just to give it some structure. Now, this could look really, really weird. I have no idea. Like I say, this is kind of a test at the moment. And then we'll go up, maybe have a couple powered rails here to get us up the slope, because that might be a difficult transition to make otherwise. Oh, a slight change of plan, actually. I don't like this gap. I mentioned it, and now it's annoying me. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to actually switch this up and do, no, not like that. We are going to do that, but the other way around. So like so, and like so, so that when we're going up a slope, you can't see the inside of the rails. I think that's better, and it should look also, yeah, a lot better from that side as well. But we will remain with the powered rails to get us up the slope. So we'll have something like this. And then this will be the height at which the railway runs, so that it's just a couple blocks above the water. Or, yeah, it's a couple blocks above the water. That is perfect. And it's just going to take a straight course across. So we'll build out with the slabs. And, oh. You guys saw that, right? Where is he? Where are you? Oh, he's down there somewhere. I don't like dealing with those trident guys. They're pretty tough. So what we'll do is we'll quickly finish this up together. Like so. And same on the other side. Try not to get hit. Oh, he's getting close. Wow, that... Ouch, cactus has got me. So many dangers around here, but this is going to be the general idea. The general idea is going to be to just have slabs with some trapdoors, and then every now and again we'll have a powered rail which will require a redstone block, and I'm going to do something slightly different for that, which I will show you when I get to that point. So I made some progress, but not really, because what I've done is built this ugly monstrosity, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me that this just, I don't know how I'm going to make it look good. I was thinking of putting stilts on it, but it's just too much, isn't it? There's too much rail there for me to do anything useful with it, but I'll kind of explain the idea here. So I calculated that between the two dispensers, it's going to be roughly 82 blocks. So at the 41 block point, we have our transition into the turn. So I've kind of tried to center that between the two dispensers that are going to link the islands together. And the idea on changing this is to tear it all out, which is kind of annoying. But I don't mind doing it, you know. It's sometimes we make these mistakes. We're going to tear it all out. Probably get rid of the stairs here. We won't need those any longer. And instead of having an elevated rail, we're just going to sit it on top of the water like this. So we'll just have a straight line that goes, you know, almost as if it's floating. I think that would be a better method here. And you know what? There's been so many of those drowned around here. I don't know what's going on, but look, here they all come. One of them has, what is that? He's got a fishing rod. I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from or why they're spawning so frequently, but seems to be a lot of them in the area. Anyway, that is besides the point. I've got a little bit of work to get done here in terms of removing the ugliness that I've created. And I'm going to just, like I say, lay them flat across the water, and then we will think about how we're going to make this look good, because it's still going to be a task. But I think if we mix it up a little bit, keep the trapdoor idea in, we can definitely make something out of this. Already much better in my opinion. Laying it flat across the water I think was the right decision, so we'll stick with it. But like I say, we still do need to spruce this up and give it some design work. However, before we get into that, let's make sure this hopper is set up. So, or sorry, this dispenser. So what we're going to do is load it up with 3 carts, and we've got 3 more for the other side. I think I'm going to replace this block here with some gravel and then just chuck a button on it. Absolutely not going to do that, because that is not going to work. So now I've got to think about a plan of action, because getting this to fire in the position that it's in obviously isn't easy. So maybe we tear this out and get some flint for it. Exactly what I want it to do there. Yeah, this is a tough one actually, because I don't really know what we could do. Now, would a target block potentially work in that position? Maybe so. And the answer to that question is a resounding no. But this leads me on to another idea, which I'm pretty certain will work. I know I've said that a few times in the past, but I'm confident here, guys. I am confident. So we'll go target block. We'll go piece of redstone. We will go a gravel block here. We'll go button. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Why doesn't that work? Hang on. This should be working. I'm pretty sure it should. What do I do here? What have I done wrong? That should be activating that, which I'll take you back for sure. Now, here, I'm going to place the button inside and see what's going on. No, because that will just activate straight up. Darn it, now we're stuck. Here, let's get out. This episode is probably becoming a massive mess, so I apologize for that, but I need to figure this out. So, button here. Nothing. Now, why won't that transfer the signal into the dispenser? I'm pretty sure that should be working, but for some reason, doesn't want to do it, does it? All right, turns out I'm just a bumbling idiot and I completely forgot something. So if a block, such as a dispenser, is receiving a redstone signal, which it was because there was a block of redstone here, it will not function properly when given a separate signal. So now that the redstone block is gone, ta-da, it works. So we are safe. I just need to remember to not place a redstone block right there, which might be a slight issue because I think we will need a powered rail here. But what we can do instead is do something a little bit, not sneaky, because this isn't a hidden feature or anything, but we can just pop one there. And again, use that trick of the signal passing through multiple rails so that we can have kind of like a triple feed going on here. And then once again, we will just cover everything up with some trapdoors so that we can't see the ugliness of the redstone block. So I think from this point on, guys, we are getting late into the episode, or slightly late into the episode. So it's probably about time I just took a bunch of work in a different direction and did it off camera. So I'm gonna spend some time trying to beautify this this track so that we can get something going to look at before we close out today's episode. I will be right back. Making decent headway here, and you can see right now on the screen we've got some different colored slabs going in. So I've decided to mix some spruce in. Now I probably could have also mixed in some dark oak even, or potentially some birch, just to add a third tone. But you know what? It's working out well with just the 2 colors. This guy decided to show up on the tracks. He's now swimming. Who knows what he's up to? I'm not even going to bother him. I'm just going to forget that he's here and ignore him. Because generally they don't offer too much now, do they? The Wandering Traders. Probably something that Mojang can think about fixing in the future, making them more worthwhile. But again, that's a tangential point. What we've got here is, on the sides, a mixture of trapdoor type. So again, we've gone with the oak and the spruce. And then every time we've got a powered rail, which is going to be every 10 blocks or so, aside from this gap here, there should be a rail right here, but obviously that doesn't really fit into the groove of things, so I didn't bother. We're going to have a light, so it's just a simple design overhead. I've carpeted the top to prevent spawns. And like I say, they're going to be every 10 blocks, which is also going to be the case for powered rails. So in between all of that, we'll just have regular rails that should do the trick just about. All right, guys, I think we are about done here with the railway, so let's give it a test together on camera. So as I say, what you want to do is hit the button, your cart appears in front of your eyes. Jump in, hit the W key, and off you go. Now, this would probably look a lot cooler at night. We will eventually test it at night, but that's something I'll leave for a future episode, so that you guys stay tuned. How exciting, right? I'm sure you won't be leaving after this episode. All right, so off we go, of course, across the water. Now, it's not as quick as flying, obviously, but it does get the job done. Now, one final thing. Pop some carpet above the cactus to prevent it from growing. We will also fill... Oh, we've already filled that. Whoopsie daisy, must have done that off camera. Now let's get a button in here so that we can make the reverse journey. Zombies everywhere, apparently. And off we go again. So Mr. Wandering Trader still resides in the water here, which very interesting. Not really sure what he's up to, but carry on, dude. And off we go back to our main island. This is cool. Something I wanted to do for a while, and it's finally done. And I think we did an okay job at making it look good as well. So obviously that's something we always aim to do. Now let's get a little bit more of an aerial view of this area. Yeah, you know what? it's kind of random, it's kind of funny, but I will take that for today. Alright then, guys, welcome back to this episode of the RambleCraft SMP series for the last time for today. I hope you had fun with this one. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below. That would be much appreciated. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback, put those down in the comments section below. Remember, your hate comments, need to get those in today. And of course, if you're new here, then first of all, welcome to the channel. My name is Hocus. I hope you enjoyed your stay today. If you did, please consider subscribing. That will allow you to stay tuned to this series. I've also got a single player survival world that I play on quite regularly as well. It's always good fun. So make sure to check that out whilst you're at it. And that, guys, is pretty much it. So take care. Have a great weekend if this goes out before the weekend. If not, I hope you had a great weekend. All that good stuff. Most of all, though, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.